You introduce yourself and introduction.
Okay. My name is Aaron Milliken. I've worked in a couple of different industries, primarily network engineering and telecommunications, with a 10-year stint as a firefighter.
All right, and within those different industries, what leadership roles have you been in?
So early on in the telecommunication industry, I had to play some leadership roles, such as a lead tech on the floor of a dozen different people underneath me. Um, then I moved into kind of a training position in telecom, and within that, I received some training classes on situational self-leadership, and then I had to do some other leadership roles in firefighting and where I was a training officer.
And in these roles, did leadership seem to come naturally to you, or was it something that you kind of had to learn as you went?
Um, I would say both. My upbringing probably gave me some leadership skills and kind of, I don't know, just the way I was raised, I guess you could say. And then within the job, um, training upon training upon training kind of helped my leadership. Um, oh, what's the word? It kind of,
Progressed your leadership?
yeah, kind of helped it progress and grow, if you will, you know. So,
And do you think that without your upbringing being the same, do you think it would have been the same situation as far as leadership, or do you think you would have had to learn a little bit more?
definitely learn more on the job. Um, I feel the upbringing I had was hard. It was on a farm. You know, I was taught to respect and obey and things like that. My parents were strong leaders to me. They led by example. So I think that helped me a lot. And when I got into the workforce, I think I carried a lot of that with me. And then on top of that, getting some leadership training, I think it helped me tremendously.
So, in these different companies, which role do you perceive as the most important leadership role you've been in?
Definitely training officer at the fire department. I was made training officer after being there a couple of years because of my previous education and work experience. And the leaders at the fire department could kind of tell that I had that leadership quality. Um, the reason I would say it's the most important or the most valued to me um, is because of the complexity of it, the you know uh, the sheer fact that the people I was leading, training, put their lives on the line day in and day out, and I carried a lot of stress with that. Um,
So the people that you did lead, they had to have a lot of trust in your abilities, and
Absolutely. And one of the difficult things about it was, as the training officer, I had to lead people that were above me in rank, and that was difficult because you're basically telling your boss the right way to do the job. And that becomes extremely difficult and stressful. And fortunately, I think the training I had in previous jobs um, kind of pushed me over the top to be able to handle that stress. And because I would train people from all the way from battalion chiefs that had 30 years experience to a brand new volunteer firefighter, and have to lead them in a situation of, you know, everything from how to act in public to, um, you know, how to act on scene, how to be safe, how to go home safely, etc.
So you mentioned your previous training and the situational approach and your various training at other jobs. Did you gain any sort of style or any skills that you found especially helpful in your role at the fire department?
I did a training course. I think it was called Longevin, from a place in Canada. That was a 2-week course on situational self leadership, and I hold it so valuable today because they taught us how to read personalities, such as the Myers-Briggs type indicator, where, you know, they base everything on, I think it's 16 personalities in the world. And, not everybody wants to be led the same as other people. And that was incredibly valuable. And just those 2 weeks, I feel like I was able to take that on to all of my other jobs and all my other life experiences. It was a very, very good leadership class.
So in that class, did you discover more about your own personality and how it would fit in with the other personalities that you were leading as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, because like I said, not everybody wants to be led. Not everybody can get along. There are people that are just abrasive, instantly abrasive. There are people that are completely passive. There's passive aggressive. There's all kinds of different personalities, and leadership isn't done one specific way. You have to be flexible, and you have to listen to those that you're trying to lead. And that class helped me a lot.
Mm-hmm. So, given all the different knowledge and experience you've gained in your career, do you feel like people are born as leaders, or do you feel that leadership can be learned?
I think that there are some born leaders, but I think it is a finely honed skill. So I think that it definitely can be learned, and honestly should be learned. Like I said, not everybody wants to be a leader. But so that's a tough question. I think you're born with certain characteristics, but with training, you become a good leader.
Perfect.